How y'all doing? He was like, well, I'm PD, so I'm gonna have this in my pockets. So. La la. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Let me throw some music up. You ain't missed much. Waiting for court to start. That's about it. I'm sitting in a court case. Luna sitting in on a court case. Okay, now let me... A whole back black. Oh, black says black back. Okay. I hope your heart's okay. I don't know who that is, but she cute though. I like her eyelashes. "73 degrees is wild." 73 is supposed to keep us warm. Play some music, you know. What is she doing? What the fuck? No! Hello. You should sit next to me. Are you talking? I can't hear you.
No, not yet.
Oh, I was like, what? Hold on a second, guys. Oh, it's just this. No, you're good. You're good.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Let me just find my seat quickly.
Sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just waiting. I think I have too much stuff up. We'll do that. Seems to be loading better. It's just the fire extinguisher, something going off. Is stream lagging? Yeah, we'll do it like that.
Ready? Looks like a lot of PDs on, so I don't think I need to clock in.
Luna, can you hear me?
Yeah. What, did you say something to me? I'm sorry.
I was for like the last 10 minutes. But
I'm sorry, I was in my head for a little bit.
That's okay. How do you move in the chair?
Beats me. I have no idea.
They're like magic over there, moving in their seats and stuff, changing their positions. Like, what the hell? It's crazy.
DA, can you hear me?
I can kind of hear you. It sounds really low.
Okay. So court is in session. Plaintiff, will you please state your name?
Of course, being more official, we got police officers.
Is he speaking?
I'm hearing you.
Excuse me?
on behalf of PD.
Today we got Mr. Baptiste versus State of California, City of Seven Valley Police Department. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and start with your opening statement.
So, from my understanding, we have where our police officers have received a call that was in regards to a shooting near the Vanilla Unicorn. They also did a search due to the fact that they wanted to make sure that there was the armed person was nowhere around. They did find a body. I know that they had to do run force due to the fact of the circumstances that were underway. In this case, I believe the PD was doing their job in order to permit safety. However, I do understand that due to the fact that the search.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Baptiste, would you like to provide an opening statement?
Yes, sir. So with it, PD pretty much detained me unlawfully from a locked establishment. That makes no sense at all. How are you able to come in without a search warrant into a locked establishment, and then you apprehend me, and you grab someone else, and you say that they shot inside of the club? The call didn't even come from inside the club. First, the officer said it came from around the corner. Then the officer said it came from in the area. Last time, when the senior officer finally made him pipe down, then all of a sudden it's, oh, it happened right here in front, and it never happened then. Everybody that was inside had been inside because we were practicing for our grand opening. Every entrance was locked, so I have no idea how I was snatched from inside of the club outside the club. And then all of a sudden he says, well, the owner has given permission to open the door. The door was locked. How am I going to get back in the establishment if the door was locked and you snatched into a locked door?
Can you please provide on what lawsuit you're pressing against the police department, please?
So pretty much through the incident, there were automatic weapons that was
So,
on all of my employees.
The stuff that you pop up
To the
in the
point
top
that
left
now
there, that
I
stuff
have
we're not
employees that
supposed
are not comfortable
we
returning to
see
work
it, but if you're in
because of this
RP,
incident.
you're not supposed to react to
Also,
what's
my
being said.
brother was apprehended through this, even though he was let go with no probable cause for why he was apprehended in the beginning. He has PTSD. So now I have to make sure that, he is getting the therapy that he needs, and anyone else that endured this horrific experience. So what I'm asking for is financial compensation in the amount of $2 million for myself and everyone else involved. And I also want Lieutenant Stovall to be reprimanded, whether he is demoted or he is completely let go from SVPD.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so Mr. Baptiste, I'm gonna let you go first. If you have any witnesses that you'd like to call to the stand.
So at this point in time, I've submitted all surveillance from both inside and outside of the club.
First I'd like to call T.
Can y'all still hear the music? Looks Looks like you should be able to. I just turned on my ears.
and that
Okay,
also
here.
the people of the court are understanding. When it comes to a search without a warrant, what is usually the circumstances for that?
I apologize. I had a little bit of a headache there. What did you say, the first part there?
I'm sorry, it's fine. I was saying, in regards to a search that does not require a warrant, could
It
you
doesn't
tell
think
me
anybody
what
wants to
is the
pick up my
protocol
food, so I
and
might
what is
have
also
to
the
make some more
circumstances
noodles.
that would ever happen?
So the only time that a search can be conducted without a warrant is if the officer on scene possesses some kind of probable cause.
He didn't have any probable cause.
You know, and that could be anything from smell of drugs to if there's a firefight happening and there happens to be, you know, outside of a location, to, I mean, anything that would beyond a reasonable suspicion, right? Anything
Court's
beyond
pretty full
that
today.
step would lead you to believe, okay, that's most likely where this is coming from.
Okay, so in this case here,
At
we
start
have
in 9.5
that there
minutes,
was
guys.
a call to the scene of a shooting. Would you say that would give probable cause?
Based on the facts of this case, with the shooting happening directly outside the Vanilla Unicorn, that does give the officer in question, I believe it's Lieutenant Slicks, the probable cause to enter the building. Yes.
Also, does this also require that is he allowed to search the entirety of the building, and also is he allowed to hold people at detainment at all?
Kind of want to talk
So
about
there
it,
are
but it looks like I
restrictions
might
to
have
what a
make some more
probable cause
noodles.
search is for. You know, obviously, if we're there because somebody's shooting guns, that doesn't mean we can go through and ransack your property. We can't go through and... Right, we're there looking for a shooter. So, you know, usually that would entail detaining people who, you know, are either known weapon possessors, so if you've got a weapons license, anything of that nature, gunshot residue tests, that sort of thing. As far as detainment goes, that's really officer discretion, right? It all depends on if the officer was fearing for his safety, and that's very much so a personal kind of deal. So if there's a number of people and only 2 officers present, then yes, I would say that would be a reasonable justification for detainment. Because detainment's not under arrest, right?
The officer's the one with the gun. How is he fearing for his life? Make that make sense.
In this case, scenario, due to the shooting, then the officer would come in armed to make sure that there is no danger, correct?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if there's active
I'm
guns
definitely gonna
going
have
off,
to
people are
probably
shooting,
make
people are
noodles,
in
'cause
that
it
sort of
doesn't look like
firefight
anybody wants to
mindset.
pick up
Our
my
job is to
food.
keep everybody safe, and so especially the officer on scene who's responding to that shooting, who's likely going to be the new target of whoever was firing that gun before.
I have no further questions.
Yo, sleep, Inspector?
Thank you. You may go sit down. Cheers.
I'm sleeping.
Do they want to cross-examine? I think it's down, but okay.
Mr. Baptiste.
Yes, sir. I indeed actually do have a witness that would like to take the stand.
Before you do that, would you like to cross-examine the DAs?
No.
Alright, thank you. You may bring your witness up.
Alright. I'd like to bring to the stand my brother Cain Baptiste.
Body spraying hair is crazy. Mm-hmm.
Mr. Kane, please raise your right hand for me. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Alright, thank you. You may proceed.
Mr. Baptiste, if you would please give us a recount of what happened the night in question. outside of the Vanilla Unicorn as well as inside, sir.
Oh my god, swung in the courtroom?
And Mr. Baptiste, at that point in which you were apprehended, how long had you been present and in front of the DJ booth inside of Vanilla Unicorn? Rough estimate of how long you were there.
I apologize. I cannot hear the witness.
Can you please go on shout, please, Mr. Kane?
I'm sorry, still can't hear him. I apologize.
Eve, are you able to hear him?
No, I couldn't hear him.
Are you able to speak any louder for me?
So. Alright, are you on shout?
Ew.
Alright, you can go in front. You can, if you're having a hard time, just go ahead and come in front of the podium and you'll be alright. Just stand there.
I still can't hear him.
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
All right, now, Mr. Baptiste, can you give a rough estimate of the duration of time in which you were inside of the Vanilla Unicorn that night?
I can barely hear him. I can
Good hour or two.
Okay. Now, with it, when the officer arrived, where did the officer first tell us that the gunshot call came from?
He told us it came from outside.
Oh, I can hear
Okay.
him.
Now, when the commanding officer showed up, where did he tell us that the call came from?
He said it came from inside.
All right. Now, with that, did we all not point that out to him? And he pretty much acted like he did not care?
We did.
I specifically asked why he apprehended you. And why did he say that he picked you when there were 3 or 4 other guys inside of the club that night?
He said I looked like I was hiding behind the DJ.
And you were indeed standing there for how long in your thoughts?
A good 20, 30 minutes.
Okay, before you were apprehended, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, when you came back, had you noticed that your hands had been tested at all for gunshot residue or anything else?
When I came back, he was putting me in handcuffs and started testing me for residue.
I'm gonna
All
make
right.
some more
And what did
noodles.
he tell you were the results of the gunshot residue test?
They were negative.
I'm gonna make 2.
Okay. Now, that same
Thanks.
officer indeed
This
came to
time.
me and told me that the reason that you were apprehended is because the gunshot
I'm not
residue
gonna
test was
deal
positive.
with her all the
So do
way
we
either.
have the evidence to show if it was indeed positive or negative? Anyone?
Mr. DA, do we have any evidence from PD
Currently,
regarding?
we do not the report from that said officer as of right now, and he's not here, so I don't. We do not have that information back.
Okay. Well, I have no further questions at this time. Thank you so much, Mr. Baptiste.
Yeah, would you like to cross-examine?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Can you hear me good?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So, from my understanding, so you were in the establishment when the officer had broken in?
Yes, but I was in my thoughts at the time.
Okay. And this time, did you see what could have caused the DA to had not DA, I'm so sorry. The officer to have entered the building in the first place? Were you aware of the situation that was going on?
No, not till I got arrested and pulled outside, and they explained what was going on. There was no reason for them to come in. We were getting ready for our grand opening.
So in this situation, from understanding, are you aware that there was a shooting at least in or around the building? We're just gonna throw that just in case purposes.
Yes.
I guess I gotta.
In
I got a
that
cute
case,
mug.
were you aware that when there is a shooting at all, that the police
Pika,
do
pika.
have a probable cause to search a
I
building?
love Pikachu. I also love Stitch.
Yes.
Pikachu's my
So in
favorite
this
Pokemon.
situation, did that officer also do that
Stitch is my
searching
favorite.
the building?
Period.
Objection.
No.